Retirement is supposed to be the reward, the light at the end of the tunnel after decades of hard work. But what if you get there and realize you made a mistake? Could stepping away from your job too soon be one of the biggest regrets of your life? Think about it. Most dream of retirement, freedom, travel, no stress. You count down the days until you leave the office, head home, and never go back. But what if stepping away from work leaves you bored, restless, and itching for the routine you once hated? It's so different from what you dreamed of, you can't believe you're experiencing these emotions. It's a surprising reality many retirees face. In the next few minutes, we'll explore 6 regrets that can sneak up on you after you retire: loss of purpose, social isolation, money troubles, mental decline, identity shifts, and looking back, wishing you had done things differently. To prevent you from making the same mistake so many have made, we've done our research and put them together in this short video. Our goal is to help you approach your retirement years with clarity, purpose, and fewer regrets. So if you're wondering how to make the most of your retirement to live a purposeful, connected, and fulfilled life. Number 1. Loss of purpose. When people talk about retirement, they envision sunshine, sleep, and endless free time to enjoy your twilight years. And yes, that sounds great at first. But here's the truth that no one warns you about. The moment routine begins to fade, your purpose in life changes. Hours that once flew by become long and empty, and without a clear purpose, the days begin to blur together. Work is more than just a paycheck. It gives you structure. You have places to go, people to see, problems to solve. It tells you who you are: an accountant, a nurse, a bricklayer, a teacher. But when work ends, many retirees find themselves faced with a quiet question that no one prepared them for. Who am I now? One of the biggest surprises is the sudden loss of that familiar purpose. The excitement of not having to work wears off surprisingly quickly, and the absence of meaningful tasks can leave a void. Take Thomas, a 76-year-old who spent more than 4 decades as an engineer. He was counting down the days to retirement. No more meetings, no more deadlines. But after just a year, he found himself pacing around his house, staring at the walls, wondering what to do with his time. He tried a variety of jobs and kept himself busy with hobbies, but nothing was as fulfilling as his previous job. The lack of routine and meaningful projects left him struggling with a deep sense of loss. His journey, however, took a transformative turn when he began volunteering at a local science center. This new role not only reconnected him with his passions, but also restored his sense of purpose. As Thomas so aptly puts it, retirement doesn't have to mean sitting on the sidelines. It can be an opportunity to pursue something as fulfilling as a career. Thomas's story reminds us of something important. Retirement doesn't have to mean sitting on the sidelines. It can be an opportunity to pursue something just as fulfilling as a career. The key is to recognize that purpose doesn't retire just because you do. Think about what truly matters to you. So, as you approach retirement, ask yourself, what will your purpose be? How will you fill that void? Because the most fulfilling chapter of your life might be just beginning. Of course, finding your purpose is only one piece of the retirement puzzle. There are other common mistakes people make. Mistakes that can really derail those golden years. And some of them are incredibly surprising. We'll dive into those next. Number 2, social isolation. For many, retirement doesn't just mean leaving a job. It means losing a vital social network. And that can lead to something truly devastating. Social isolation. One day you are surrounded by colleagues, clients, maybe even strangers. The phone rings constantly. You are in the middle of it all. The next day, everything changes dramatically and everything is silent. The phone barely rings. The silence makes everything around you feel completely empty. And for many, it's not peace, it's isolation. Why is this so important? Because social connections aren't just nice to have. They're essential for our well-being. Studies have shown that retirees who lack social engagement are at higher risk for depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society found that social isolation is associated with a significantly increased risk of mortality in older adults. Think about that for a moment. Let me tell you about Robert. He's now. For over 35 years, he worked in sales, always meeting new faces, always on the move. He used to joke that silence was a luxury. But when he retired, the quiet wasn't peaceful. It was painful. He craved conversation, camaraderie, a sense of belonging. He missed the casual banter, the shared jokes, the feeling of being connected to something bigger than himself. It became a struggle to even want to get out of bed. What saved Robert? He discovered a local coffee shop that hosted a weekly meetup for seniors. It wasn't a grand solution, but it was a start. He began to reconnect, to share stories, to laugh again. Robert realized that the key is not to withdraw. So, what can you do to avoid the isolation trap? The good news is, there are countless ways to stay connected. Look for community groups, clubs, or volunteer opportunities in your area. Check out your local senior center. Join an online forum related to your interests. Consider a part-time job that puts you in contact with other people. Even a simple phone call to a friend or family member can make a world of difference. Don't let retirement become a prison of loneliness. Actively seek out connections. Nurture your relationships. Stay engaged with the world around you. You might be surprised at how much joy and purpose you can find in those connections. Of course, social isolation isn't the only unexpected challenge in retirement. Sometimes the biggest shocks come from the most unexpected places, like your finances. We'll be tackling that next. And trust me, what you don't know can hurt you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment with number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, financial stress. We've talked about the loss of purpose, the sting of social isolation. But there's another silent threat that can derail even the most carefully planned retirement financial stress. Are you really prepared for what retirement will cost? Many people dream of retirement as a time of carefree living. But the reality can be very different if you haven't adequately prepared for the financial challenges that lie ahead. Why does this matter? Because financial anxiety can overshadow the very freedoms retirement was supposed to bring. Instead of relaxing and enjoying your golden years, you're constantly worried about money. That anxiety can affect your sleep, your health, and your overall quality of life. According to a study by the Employee Benefit Research Institute, a significant percentage of retirees report that their expenses are higher than they anticipated. Between rising prices, unexpected health issues, and longer lifespans, even a well-planned budget can start to feel tight. And when bills pile up and savings shrink, the stress can be overwhelming. Let me tell you about John, a 78-year-old man. He retired early, at 63. He thought he had plenty saved. His comfortable savings vanished quickly after a surprise medical bill. a surgery he hadn't planned for. Soon he was back working part-time at a hardware store, not just for the money, but for peace of mind. As John put it, the work isn't so bad. It's the worry that was killing me. So how do you avoid this trap? It comes down to planning and preparation. Don't spend too generously too soon. Stretch your savings, especially in the early years. Always have an emergency fund. It's not extra, it's essential. Plan for inflation. What costs $1,000 today might cost $1,300 in a few years. Now, I'm curious. What are your biggest financial worries about retirement? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could help others who are facing similar challenges. And be sure to share with your friends. Of course, financial security is just one piece of the retirement puzzle. What about your mind? How do you keep your brain sharp and engaged as you age? That's what we'll be tackling next. And trust me, the answers might surprise you, guys. Number 4, declining mental sharpness. Retirement can be a wonderful time, but it can also present a hidden threat to your cognitive abilities. Are you doing enough to keep your brain sharp? Without the daily challenges of work, the problem-solving, the learning, the constant interaction, your cognitive abilities can, unfortunately, dull over time. It's like a muscle that's not being used. First, you forget little things: someone's name, what day it is, where you left your glasses. Then, conversations feel a little harder to follow. Reading a book takes more effort than it used to. Why does this matter? Studies have shown that engaging in mentally stimulating activities can help protect against cognitive decline and even reduce the risk of dementia. The Alzheimer's Association recommends activities like reading, learning new skills, and staying socially active to promote brain health. Your brain craves puzzles to solve, problems to fix, and conversations to spark new ideas. When it doesn't get them, it can slow down fast. That's what happened to Bella, a brilliant ex-teacher. But after retiring at 70, she found herself drifting. She loved her job and loved shaping young minds. After retirement, she noticed her mind drifting. The sharp focus she once had seemed to be fading. She regained her focus by joining a book club. The discussions challenged her to think critically and express her ideas. She also started taking online courses in subjects she'd always been curious about. Barbara told me, "It felt like waking up my brain after a long sleep." Here's the thing: focus can fade fast if you're not vigilant. But the good news, it can rebound just as quickly with the right habits. Reading, puzzles, group discussions, learning something new. It's not just entertainment. It's fuel for your brain. Don't let your mind drift. Take proactive steps to keep it engaged and stimulated. The more you challenge yourself, the sharper you'll stay, and the more you'll enjoy your retirement years. So, how do you keep your mind sharp in retirement? Try crossword puzzles or brain games online. Call a friend and talk about something you both just read or saw. Learn something new. Music, photography, history, even how to use a new app. Don't let your mind drift. Take proactive steps to keep it engaged and stimulated. The more you challenge yourself, the sharper you'll stay, and the more you'll enjoy your retirement years. Of course, mental sharpness is just one aspect of a fulfilling retirement. What about your physical health? Are you doing enough to stay active and healthy as you age? That's what we'll be exploring next. And trust me, the secrets to a long and healthy life are simpler than you might think. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment with number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Loss of identity. For decades, your job wasn't just what you did. It was who you were. So what happens when that role disappears? Many retirees don't expect it, but losing a work identity can lead to one of the deepest regrets of retirement. Who are you without your job? For decades, your work defined you. I'm a teacher. I'm a doctor. I'm an engineer. Your job wasn't just what you did. It was a core part of who you were. It shaped your self-image, your social circle, your sense of belonging. Why does this matter? Because a strong identity is tied to mental and emotional health. Knowing who you are gives you confidence, purpose, and a sense of direction. It helps you navigate the challenges of life and maintain a positive self-image. As psychologist Erik Erikson noted in his Stages of Psychosocial Development, identity is a crucial element of well-being, especially in later life. Let me tell you about Johnny, a 77-year-old man, looking strong but also a bit lost. He spent his entire career in law enforcement. He felt responsible for others' safety. He wore his badge with pride. It was a symbol of his authority, his competence, his commitment. When that badge came off, he felt invisible, like a part of him had vanished. He missed the respect, the camaraderie, the sense of purpose. He struggled with feeling useless, until he volunteered to mentor young officers. He told me, "I realized my experience was still valuable. I could still make a difference." Many retirees don't expect it, but losing a work identity can lead to one of the deepest regrets of retirement. But first, let's dive into something even more personal. Who you are without your title. Don't let retirement define you. Define retirement. Use this time to explore new facets of yourself, to pursue your passions, and to create a new identity that reflects who you are now. How has your identity changed throughout your life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Someone out there might really need to hear your story. And if you're wondering how to make the most of your time now, don't go anywhere, because in our final chapter, we'll talk about one of the biggest regrets retirees face. Number 6, regret over wasted time. Now, we arrive at the final, and perhaps most important lesson: avoiding regret over wasted time. Because what if the biggest mistake of all is simply waiting too long? Remember that open question we asked at the beginning about the hidden challenges of retirement? Well, here's the answer. Retirement itself may not be the dream you imagine if it's approached incorrectly. It's not enough to simply stop working. You need to actively create a fulfilling life. Retirees sometimes realize too late that they've let years slip by without pursuing their dreams. They put things off, waiting for the right time, only to discover that time has run out. Because time is finite. Every day is a gift, and maximizing fulfillment is crucial to living a long, happy, and meaningful life. As the Roman philosopher Seneca wrote, "Life, if you know how to use it, is long. James's story will stay with you." At 80, he looked back and felt more regret than pride. He planned to write a book, travel the world, and reconnect with old friends. He had big dreams for his retirement. But as the years passed, he found himself drifting. He made excuses, procrastinated, and let life get in the way. Suddenly, a decade had slipped by, and he felt more regret than excitement about the future. As James confessed to me, "I kept waiting for the perfect moment." But the perfect moment never came. The sting of realizing lost opportunities. That's the emotional lowest low. But the good news is, purposeful action can transform your retirement experience into a highest high. Don't procrastinate. Don't let fear or inertia hold you back. Identify your dreams. What have you always wanted to do? Set realistic goals. Break down big dreams into smaller steps. Be around family and friends. Plan a trip with someone close to you. Retirement is not the finish line. It's the starting line of a new adventure. An opportunity to pursue your passions, fulfill your dreams, and live life to the fullest. Don't let regret be your legacy. What's one thing you're going to do this week to pursue your dreams? Share your commitment in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to make the most of our time. If you're still watching this video and found these insights valuable, please comment with 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Retirement is often seen as the ultimate goal, a well-earned reward after decades of hard work. But for many, the reality is far more complicated. Loss of purpose, social isolation, financial stress, declining mental sharpness, loss of identity, and regret over wasted time can all add up, making retirement feel less like freedom and more like an unexpected challenge. But remember, these aren't inevitabilities. They're challenges you can overcome. They're opportunities to create a more fulfilling retirement. Retirement isn't the end of your story. It's a new chapter. You shape it every day through your choices. Choose purpose, engagement, and action. Don't let fear or inertia hold you back from pursuing what truly matters to you. Now, I encourage you to reflect on which of these regrets resonates the most with you. Which one hits closest to home? And what immediate steps can you take to address it? The power to shape your retirement is in your hands. Don't let these years slip away. It's never too late to adjust, to make new plans, and to build a retirement that leaves you with pride, not regret. Thank you for joining us today. We would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so please feel free to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue to create great content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.